La historia que le ha dado la vuelta al mundo comenzó hace 42 años. Los jóvenes australianos que vivían en Londres se sorprendieron al hallar a la venta, en el exclusivo almacén Harrods, un cachorro de león. Lo compraron por el equivalente a 9 millones de pesos y se volvió su mascota. Un año después, cuando el animal creció y se hizo claro que no podían conservarlo, lo llevaron a una reserva en Kenia. Otro año pasó y los amigos quisieron volver a ver a su felino amigo. Pero el dueño de la reserva les informó que Christian, como llamaron al león, era ahora un animal salvaje, líder de su propia manada, y que de seguro no los recordaba. A pesar de todo, Ace Burke y John Rendall viajaron a África y grabaron el reencuentro. Era 1971, casi con seguridad usted ha visto el video, pero tal vez no haya escuchado la historia de los labios de uno de sus protagonistas y en tiempo real. Ace Burke es el joven de la melena rubia en el famoso video. La juventud y la melena se han ido, pero no la emoción que le produce recordar la historia de su amigo el león.
Yes, 40 years. Well, it's because it was an internet phenomenon, several years ago. So that's what brought it back. It hadn't occurred to John and I that we could post the footage from the documentary made in 1969, 1970. It didn't occur to us to put it on YouTube. But when that got nearly 100 million hits, that brought it all back. It's great to talk about important issues, about wildlife conservation, or about there is 70% less lions in Africa since Christian's time. And this is happening. Rhinoceros are being killed, elephants are being killed for their ivories. So I'm delighted it's come back.
Ace trabaja como curador de arte aborigen en Australia, una vocación que alterna con su activismo por la protección de especies animales en peligro.
Buy him and try and do our best for him, and it turned out miraculously. It's like we should never have been allowed to buy Christian from Harrods, really, and we understood that we were perpetuating trade in wild animals by buying him. It had changed my life. It didn't appear to at the time, but looking back, I did come back to Australia. My main interest was working with Indigenous people in Aboriginal art, and I think possibly being in Africa made me realize I knew nothing about our own Indigenous Aboriginal population, who are the most fantastic artists. Look, I think it affected me in all sorts of ways that I can only see now.
¿Cuándo supiste que la de Christian se había vuelto una historia global?
I was posted in 2006, an American art student looking at animation sites found the Kimber the White Lion, which is a cult classic now. She was interested in animation. The guy with the site on Timber the White Lion had cut our documentary of Christian, looking at the parallels between Timber the White Lion and Christian's life, and it is quite extraordinary. And in fact, the creator of Timber the White Lion was a Japanese who did see timber as the bridge between the animal and human worlds, which is what Christian, that guy wrote to me saying Christian ended up personifying that.
Los leones por lo general viven 10 o 12 años, al envejecer se hacen más débiles y ya no cumplen su parte y son desplazados por otros más jóvenes. Eso quiere decir que tanto Ace como John, que viven en el Reino Unido, han sobrevivido por mucho a Christian. Su segundo encuentro en 1972 fue también el último.
But in the zoo, they can live, possibly 16, 17, 18 years. But we are very glad he got the opportunity to take Christian back. We were extremely lucky. Who'd want 18 long, depressing years in a zoo? And we just couldn't have gone and visited him. We would have felt such that we would have failed him. So we took him back in 1970. We visited in 1971, and that's called the reunion visit. That's the one where he runs down the hill towards us, which was on YouTube. In 1972, we went back again. He was even bigger. You may see photographs of him, as our book. He was last seen in the beginning of 1973, heading off in the direction of Meru National Park, which was a much richer area geographically and with the vegetation, and there would have been much more game. And if he had established his territory and formed a pride of his own, he would not have been able to leave them and come back and see his friends. That probably explains why he was never seen again. No one has any idea what happened to him. We don't actually, because it gave us years to slowly adapt to the idea that we may never see him again. So he let us down very lightly. There was no terrible news at any stage or that we knew he died. So,
Pasados 42 años, esta historia sigue fascinando a millones. El libro se ha publicado en 17 idiomas y hay planes para rodar una película. ¿Cómo explicas el éxito perenne que parece tener esta historia?
Oh my God, look, that's a good and big question. Look, all I can say is, I think probably why it was so successful on the internet and why it's touched so many hearts is because it's about love. We're told to send it on to other people and tell them you love them. So there's no nicer sentiment than love. Love for fellow human beings, love for the fellow animal world. So I hope that's the central lesson of it. And that, I think, is probably the key reason why it's touched so many people. And it's just extraordinary that our Christian is still being talked about and loved 40 years later.
Para más información visite esta dirección. Yo soy Wilson Vega en Tiempo Real.